It's Dan again. Hello, my friends. How you doing? No pomp, no craziness, no pretending like I got all this energy like some people. Just another day and another juice. Definitely filled with vitality, but not needing to make a show about it. Just saying that because I see a lot of these people going like this, like, yeah, raw foods and all this. And it's like, I don't know, raw food just makes me like, don't need to have no show. you know. But anyways, I got a really, really special treat for you today. Just wanted to share this with you because it's so cool. I just went to the garden and I picked a bunch of stuff. This is the first round of the year. Basically had to pull this stuff out by the roots because it went to flower. It was real quick. A little bit of arugula in there, something else. I don't know what the name of it is. But basically we just went through and had lunch. We chomped down all the greens here. This is really spicy, arugula. And I just saved all the stems, rinsed off all the stems because I didn't want to waste all that beautiful chlorophyll. Now this is living food. There's a difference between raw food, which this carrot was probably picked like over a week ago for sure, maybe 2 weeks ago, which is raw food. And this, my friends, is the living food. When you get the chance to consume the living foods, which this time of year is going to bring you, then there's that vitality that comes from food that's alive, the living cells and the living food for a living organism on the living earth. So I'm going to roll this juice through the juicer and I'm going to tell you how I feel it tastes. So just bear with me 1 second. Looks like about 3 ounces of juice, but hey, it's powerful. I like to use carrots. I'll just tell you the truth. In 8 years of raw foods, I've never eaten too much sugar. I don't know what the whole deal is with all the sugar causes this or blood sugar and all that. I don't, like I said, I don't really know anything about anything, but I have eaten fruit day in and day out and week in and week out and just, I've never had any kind of problem. I don't know, for me, as a student of the Course in Miracles, I don't know if you know what that is or not, but it's all up here for me. So I control my own cells with my mind. I don't have to go by, so I'm immune to a lot of the things that are being said in the raw food community. I don't even really get involved. I'm more of like involved in just fruits and vegetables, you know what I mean? So I don't have to get up in the raw foods. Now, a raw foodist, yes. My teacher, the guy that taught me all this stuff, ate oranges for 6 months. So I don't really get all the intellectualism. I'm a real simpleton. But it's pretty easy to see that my intuition will take care of me. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I eat a lot of fat. Sometimes I don't eat any fat at all for months at a time. Sometimes I just drink carrot juice for days on end or eat grapes for days on end. Or when I remember one year I just drank apples and kale juice for like a month during Christmas time. I was still picking apples off the trees and I was still cutting kale out of the garden and I just lived on that. And yeah, I'm skinny as a bird. It's like, what am I going to do? It's either you can, I mean, I guess I'm making up for the rest of the world that's just going just crazy with the obesity. I mean, these little kids are just fat. I don't know if that's the politically correct term anymore or, extra fluffy or whatever they say, but it's just sad. And that's what the acronym too, isn't it? Standard American Diet. But I'm just, I don't know, man. I'd rather be too skinny than too fat. And I'm reading a lot of books and getting a lot of stuff online about cooked food made us smarter than the apes and all that. I don't know. I don't really see us being that much smarter than the apes. I think the apes might even be smarter than us because they're not destroying their home. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, they beat each other up, but so do we. But the difference between humans, that's funny, we're supposed to be so advanced, is that we save time by not having to, by not having to eat food all day, but yet, well, what do? We just spend the rest of the time destroying our home. So it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. Raw foods is something that I've been just guided into intuitively, as in the deeper part of my being, as wanting to evolve and grow more and get more life out of life. And so raw foods, found me, you know, because I'm just looking for more truth, So I'm sure that at the highest levels of truth, it doesn't have anything to do with food, and it's the most ridiculous argument there ever was. But I'm gonna try this juice and let you know what I think, because I tend to ramble on. You guys are my only social life. And by the way, let me know if there's anything you want to learn about. Like I said, I don't know anything, but for some reason, when certain questions are asked, answers come through that are pretty cool and can usually be inspirational, if nothing else. So, word. That is so good. You can feel the life in it. So, oh man, that is so good. I just didn't want to let that stuff go to waste. So, a special treat for you guys, special treat for me. You can do the same thing with broccoli stems. Some people don't like to eat the stems on the collard greens or the kale. Krista always picks off the tender leafy part. Makes sense to me. I've had goats. They just eat the tender parts. Makes sense to me. I chew up the hard parts, but I'll take Krista's little pieces, save those, and throw them through the juicer. I'm not letting any of that stuff go to waste. Mm. Drink your fruits and vegetables. Keep fit. You're worth it. Peace. And love, of course, as I always say.